Many times we overlook the dedication of our teachers and take them for granted. Today, I will be interviewing two English teachers, Mara Kamova and Mark Wheeler from Dimensions International, to get an insight on their profession and find out what keeps them going in the field of teaching. How do your teaching methods vary to cater to different students?
Obviously, when you're dealing with young children, there has to be more play-based activity than serious teaching. Again, it depends on the level. We teach and I teach. I've taught all the levels in the school. For beginner, it's very much spoon feeding the student. Most of them don't speak any English at all when they come in. So they're what we call true beginners. So we have to take things very slowly. After about level 3, students can start to communicate properly at level 3. Level 3 is what we call lower intermediate, pre-intermediate. It's an interesting level because that's where students start to realise that they can communicate in another language, and then we up the amount of conversation we do with the students.
What are the difficulties that you face as a teacher?
Some of them are not that interested in learning. Their parents have sent them here. It's a last chance, basically. So that can make things difficult. If the student's not interested in learning, it can put a lot of pressure on the teacher. And then you have to decide, what are you going to do? Are you going to leave that student out of the whole equation and not actually teach them, or are you going to try and bring them in, get them interested and get them learning?
Teaching is definitely no easy feat. So what gratifies you and keeps your passion going at the end of the day?
When they say thank you teacher, or you're a very nice teacher. And they often say that, which is very nice. Even though they're shy, they do say it. They turn all red, but they do say it and say, this is what motivates me every day, what my teacher wrote. So when you read this, you want to cry because it's so touching. He was one of the students who said, I would give up studying English because I can't pronounce the words. But now, when I look at the way he's writing, I think he's overcome the problem, so that's really good. He was the most hardworking student.
What do you want your students to take away from your lessons at the end of the day?
I think what I want them to take out from the class is just a motivation to, specifically for the English, a motivation to try and use English outside of school. That's one thing that I want them to do every day.
Do you have any last words to say to aspiring teachers?
To be friendly and open to everybody and not to be judgmental. If you see a student who's not doing very well, don't be angry. So you have to have patience. That's, I think, the biggest quality, but patience is the key.
Teaching is a tedious process where the teacher is required to mentor and provide guidance to their students regardless of their differences. Teaching English language to foreign students is even harder, as these teachers incorporate various methods to impart their knowledge. This includes activities such as listening and comprehension, grammar exercises, and oral presentation. So always remember to be grateful to these masters of wisdom and remember to thank them for their patience and dedication.